Tea's really hot. Just a prop.
Tea's usually cold, isn't it?
Ha! 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 Hey!
Hello, and welcome to the Salt YouTube channel, guys. My name is Ray, and this is my darling.
I'm Fitz, and I'm Ray's husband.
Yes.
Get yourself a cup of tea, and we're going to have a bit of a chat about rejection today.
It's going to be a bit deep today. We've gone through lots of rejection, haven't we?
We have romantic relationships, but also in school, in our careers. Rejection is, something that we all face in life.
I just want to share Psalm 34:18 before we go into some questions and stuff. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted, and he saves the crushed in spirit. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, even if it doesn't feel like it right now.
Question 1. When have you experienced rejection in a romantic relationship?
Oh, I was going out with someone, and I was 21 at the time. They broke up with me because they weren't ready to commit to something, and I was so upset. And they also said, maybe in like a year's time. I remember thinking, I'm not waiting for you for a year. I really do remember just crying and just really feeling like that heartache wasn't ever going to shift. And I kind of like prayed that they would just turn up at the house, with roses and saying sorry. And that never happened. It just didn't work out. And to be honest, I'm so glad it didn't work out, because it wouldn't have worked in the long haul. But that was so hard. That was so hard. And that rejection, it brought up so many insecurities as well. And that was really, really difficult. How did you deal with rejection in your life? And do you have any advice?
So many years ago, I was in a relationship dating someone that I thought I was going to marry. I was very intent and thought it was all going to go very swimmingly. It ended up breaking down, and in a really horrible way for me. And I got ghosted for completely out of the blue. It was long distance, and just didn't hear anything for about a month. It caused a huge amount of hurt, and I didn't deal with that hurt very well at all. I actually, from that, then went into another relationship that was really unhealthy, and I probably caused more hurt in that relationship because I didn't guard my heart. I had to go on a long journey dealing with that rejection, and then dealing with, then in turn from that rejection, causing rejection, and just being in a messy situation. And that was a long journey before I was then ready to be in a space where I could actually meet you, and God saved our relationship for the right time. But I just had moments in that where I felt rejected by God, and I was like, God, where are you in all this? Where's your plan? We just see kind of the happy posts on Instagram and people being, oh look, they're now in a relationship and it's all happy, but there's so much of a journey, and we don't talk about it enough. I
mean, social media, we all know it's just the highlights, it's 1%, but we've got Hollywood movies, we've got Disney, we've got all of these sort of things that put a narrative in our minds of happily ever after, perfection. And it's actually just not, it's not real, it's actually fantasy.
How have you dealt with rejection in a positive way? What's helped you the most? Right,
we're going to talk about the love of God because that is the one. Dive into scriptures about the love of God. I spent 6 months. Every single day I read Bible verses about the Father's love for us. My favourite verses that I read constantly was Zephaniah 3:17. The verse says how God the Father rejoices over you with singing. After 6 months of reading the Bible every single day about God's love, I feel like it kind of opened me up to receiving God's love really truly in my heart rather than just in my head. And there was just one day God's love just interrupted me almost, and I was watching Forrest Gump. God's love just filled me in my lounge. It was only me there, and it was a revelation, and I just knew that God loved me. I'd left God, I'd rejected God over and over and over again, and God just revealed to me in that moment, Ray, I have pursued you from the beginning. I have waited for you. I have always been with you. I love you. Diving into the love of God and I know that can be so difficult, is the best thing, the best piece of advice that I could think of giving. And trusting him. And sometimes we're left thinking, why didn't that work out? Or what on earth are you doing?
If you're sitting behind this video and dealing with rejection and heartbreak, I think it's safe to acknowledge that it hurts, and it does hurt. Breaking of connection with anyone that we love is painful. The Bible talks about guarding your heart above all things. Because you are really important, and God will never reject you. He's got open arms, and He's got a fantastic plan. Do
you know what? You're unrejectable. Can I just say that to someone right now?
Yeah.
You are unrejectable.
Amazing.
You're not rejected. You're accepted. You're significant. You are free. You're loved. You're secure, and it hurts. But you are unrejectable. That's not your identity.
Don't run into something you're going to regret later on.
Yeah, take some time.
Take some time.
Take
Be wise.
some time to heal. Yeah.
Be wise. It's very easy that when we get rejected, we run to something that gives us a temporary fix.
Yeah, that's so easy to do.
Yeah, it's just not right. Guys, we really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content from us and some other incredible content creators. Please put a comment down below about some subjects that you want to know more about, or any questions. And also maybe share a piece of advice that you've heard that's really helped you deal with rejection. Yeah, guys, please comment down below your best advice for someone who's going through a breakup right now. And if you're going through a breakup, have a little scroll through the comments as well. And we'll get blessed because we're a fam. Love you guys. See you in our next video. God bless. All right. Bye.